Michael, have you ever had another look at the poll? Well, the poll is clearly in favor of the English-speaking part of the world. It's at 71 to 19 right now. So I apologize to all the German-speaking viewers. Ich möchte mich also an dieser Stelle nochmal ganz herzlich entschuldigen bei den deutschsprachigen Zuschauern. Zurzeit ist das Verhältnis bei 71 zu 19. Mit anderen Worten, diese kleine Abstimmung, die wir da haben. 71 Zuschauer möchten gerne, dass ich auf Englisch weiter kommentiere. Und zurzeit sind es nur 19, die es vorziehen würden, wenn ich Deutsch kommentieren würde. Also bleiben wir bei Englisch zum Zeitpunkt. Das Match wird allerdings noch eine ganze Weile dauern, also lasst euch diese Möglichkeit nicht nehmen. Wenn ihr eine andere Kommentatorensprache wünscht, dann nutzt dieses Angebot, stimmt ab. Und jetzt für den Moment gerade machen wir mal weiter. Mein Name ist übrigens David Plattner, die Stimme, die ihr da hört. Und weiter geht's auf Englisch. We've just seen a kick shot on the one ball by Ronald that unfortunately didn't turn out as well as he would like to. And something almost strange happened there. Dimitri undrew his rock and actually glanced up the two ball into still perfect position. This layout here is that the 5 and the 7 ball are on the same side of the table, meaning that Dimitri at one point will need to get very flat, meaning almost straight on the 5 in order to hold for the 7 there, unless he leaves himself an angle where he can go 2 rails, like zigzag, back to the 7 ball. As far as I can tell, he's on the 50-yard line right now. The very picturesque choice here would be to go 3 rails behind the 10 ball, which is something that we might see him running. Quite sure that Dimitri is probably going to draw 1 rail. I think the wise choice here would be maybe not to try and get too straight on the 5. Oh, he does go for the picturesque choice and gets perfect. Again, ideally, of course, one would have liked a tiny little bit more angle in order to be able to punch out, but that will do, of course. I'm not entirely sure if the 9 passes the 10, but it looks as if, because Dimitri just checked. Yes. So He gets straight in position on the 9 ball, and then he's going to play both balls into the same corner pocket. And game number 13 goes to Dimitri Jungo, who is now leading the match by a score of 11-2. Score is 11-2. Again, interestingly, the second row ball there, which was the 3 ball, came up short on this break. So what it looks like to me is that because the clock is new, it's Simone's 760, and the second row balls are going short or long for the middle pocket. Ronnie's forced to play push out and leaves Dimitri a safety attempt. You may have noticed, by the way, that Dimitri did indeed call the 1 ball to that pocket. He calls the shot as he did. Then he's got a choice. Well, he's not got a choice, but it's his own will, basically, that dictates what he's going to do. He was trying to play safety here, but knew that if he made the 1 ball, he didn't want to be in a spot where Ronnie could choose. So he called the ball. And he now just jumbled up the situation a little, meaning he glued the 9 ball to the 8 ball. The 2 ball already doesn't look as if it can be played into any pocket. And Dimitri, of course, knows that there's a chance that Ronald might play safe from here. And if he then gets to kick at the 2, he would at least have a second problem after that. Exactly. There would be a second problem on the table that Dimitri would have to solve. And Ronnie is taking a very close look at the ball now because he left it, I believe. I'm not sure it can be shot into the pocket, actually. But with a slight curve shot, it might be an option. The interesting part of what Dimitri did earlier, by the way, is that if he now makes the 2 ball, the possible run out is a problem because he just stuck the 9 ball to the 8 ball there, and it's a problem he would then have to solve himself or play safe again. He decides against it and plays a safety. sorry. Been away from the microphone for a second there. We've been discussing a possible perfect timing for a break so that the two players can, you know, maybe go outside and have some fresh air. We'll probably do this later. I'm not sure if he didn't actually try to nip the 8-ball or the 9-ball on the way out from the rail there, which I believe would have been perfect. He could have brushed either ball very thinly, opened them up, and still be on the 4-ball, but of course he cannot afford to hit either of those balls full. So he did it, you know, the straight pool player's kind of way, and tried to hit them thin and miss the ball. Still got the option of playing safe later on if he needs to. Now trying to leave himself an angle that will allow him to go either behind the 8-ball. I can't see from here whether he could shoot it into the middle pocket. Maybe he can. Meaning, if he got roughly in the vicinity of the middle pocket there, and go 2 rails toward the 8 and shoot it in the middle pocket, I'm not sure if that's a possibility. If not, he'd be able to go into them now and open them up. The 8-ball will go towards the corner pocket to our left because the balls are lined up as almost as in a combination shot. And the important part, of course, is not to get stuck behind the 9-ball. That's the only problem there. Dimitri unfortunately missed what I like to call a speed safety, because it's almost impossible to leave the 8-ball safe. You could either just play the 8-ball off the 9 one rail to the head rail there. The other thing you could try to do is go 2 or 3 rails behind the 10-ball, which is very tough to do. Plus, the problem is that he absolutely leave a shot if he doesn't get it. So he's going for a beautifully, I have to say, absolutely beautifully executed time shot there. Perfect safety. Very difficult not to leave a bank on the 8-ball. And Ronald kicks the 8-ball with very, very nice speed. Plus, if he misses, he loses. So I'm curious to see how he's going to kick behind the ball and try to stick to the 10. Doesn't work out. And this is absolutely mandatory now. Despite sitting on the chair for so long, he gets out perfectly, and we're now going to see another